you say are the advantages of using a collaborative approach?
I think a huge key to any collaborative approach is just the fact that any idea and project will now have X number of hands to push it forward further into the world. When you have one person who's maybe working on a fantastic idea, that's wonderful and that's great. But add 2 or 3 more pairs of hands, and that's got so much more behind it. It's got so much more oomph in terms of having a wider audience, more people's ideas into the melting pot, more skill sets into the melting pot. And it just makes, I think it's just human nature too. We all want to be part of something that's bigger than ourselves. We all want to make a difference, I think. I don't think that we celebrate that enough as entrepreneurs. We all kind of put our blinders on and work very, very independently, and we're good at working independently. But taking something that's maybe a little bit bigger and working on it with a group of 2 or 3 or 4 people definitely has its advantages, I think. And I think that you can make something happen as a group that maybe you couldn't make happen as an individual.
No, I couldn't agree more. So would you say that there are any disadvantages to using a collaborative approach?
I think if you aren't a very clear and effective communicator, you can certainly have a negative experience. And I think that that's a big key. That's probably the key to making any collaborative initiative successful, is just having effective communication and knowing what your role is, knowing what your end game is, knowing the purpose of your collaboration, knowing why you're doing what you're doing and what you want to do. I think that's really the only disadvantage, is really just if you can't clearly communicate that, you probably shouldn't be collaborating in the first place.